thing real quick. There it is. I said I wanted to get back after this, after a little bit of sleep. I really wanted to keep going last night, but I was just mentally drained. The week's worth of work and other things just couldn't keep going, so we're gonna get going now. I think we're gonna jump straight into these blueprints. I haven't decided. I'm thinking that I color code these foundations based upon the building they're going to be in. Right, like this first one we're going to build is the iron ingot one. That's unpainted. Chrome looks very similar. Of course, it's black. I don't want black. Wonder if we can find a iron X code. See how that would look. D4D7D9. Let's do swatch 3. That almost looks white. Yeah, we may just, I think unpainted works. The chroma is so close, it's not really up for debate. Or I can just go with the standard black. But I don't know how, I don't think the black's gonna look good with the white. Or we just go with white. I mean, that was what my original thoughts was do these suckers in white. I mean, let's just build it and see. All right, so what we need to do is we need to have production. Let me see how many refineries we fit in these things. I think it's 4, if I'm not mistaken. It is 4. So like for the iron facility, we're gonna need 200 smelters. Or not smelters, refineries. That's 50 blueprints. We're doing 4 per floor. It's 12 and a half. All right, we need to push them back any. So we got plenty of room back here. I think we need to push them back a little. right, so we're gonna have water. We're gonna have water coming down, iron ore. I haven't decided, either coming up or coming down. I'm kind of leaning towards coming up because that would kind of look cool. Since water's coming down, we can help it. Kind of want to keep them centered, but it's awfully close to that intake right there. I mean, I could have the distribution blueprint offset. Would have to be there. And then again, it doesn't have to be offset. All right, let's set these. So we're doing the pure aluminum ingot. 35 iron ore. 35 times 4. 140. So we need Mark III coming in. $140, so divided by 2 is 70. Let's just mark 1. No, let's mark 2. That did not connect. Oh. There's a reason that it didn't connect, because this is the wrong damn way. There we go. much water we got coming in? 20, 40, 60, 80. That's going to be Mark 1 all day long. We got 65 times 4. We got 260 coming out, which is Mark 3. Which is just over Mark 3. Here, gotta go back to Mark 3. I don't like that. Let's do our little trick here. Wrong spot. Did that wrong. That's the one I want. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, it's iron blue. Number 1. This is Satisfactory iron. This is a 5 foundation out of 3. Okay, let's throw this in here and see how it looks. Gonna be interesting to try to squeeze it in. Interesting to squeeze it in. Oh, it worked. Hey, surplus. Heck, I almost didn't get back on. I wanted to keep going last night, but I was just mentally burnt. I knew I wasn't going to be very productive. So I got some rest. I didn't want to build these blueprints with not a clear enough mind, because I'd probably have to just redo them all. Which I'll probably have to redo them all anyway. Okay, we can access them there if we need to. Kind of want something to kind of fill in. in between these guys, but I don't know. It almost have to be like solid, because the problem is these are going to kind of be on an island, right? I don't know if there's anything that... Oh, I was gonna check. I was gonna check how high this is. 2. Yeah, I know I can put them, you know, yeah, they can connect up here. I just don't know if I want to like go up that high. I mean, I may. Don't know. Okay, like that. I've got room for some supports here. Or do I? Nah, I don't really. We're just gonna have to make them floating. You know, it just feels like it needs something. I also don't want to overdo it. What about... That kind of fills that gap in a little bit. You would add a buffer to the pipe. How do you mean by buffer? Like a valve? See, I can't do this here because this is where I got the pipes coming through. Not the pipes, but the belt. Oh, fluid buffer. I see what you mean. So I'm not, what I'm gonna do is, you know, here's all the pipes coming in. And last night I separated out an equal number, not an equal, but a whole number pipe to go to each tower, right? I want to run those suckers all the way to the top. I want to put my fluid buffers up there. Excuse me, one per pipe. And then go down. I want to use gravity to feed these things. Oh, okay. So yeah, I've planned on putting the buffers up at the top. Now that doesn't mean I won't. I may add one per floor, right? Because I think I decided, I don't remember if you were on the stream or not. I'm thinking about only doing 4 sides of the pentagon and leaving the exposed side not done with a blueprint and kind of decorating it. I think it may look kind of cool like that, opposed to just solid, you know, 5 sides. But also because the way I built this, you know, the 5x5 doesn't reach all the way to the end. So when I put this blueprint on, I'm gonna have this gap here. So kind of when these meet, got this space here. So I maybe could work in some additional fluid buffers on per floor. And I'm using a water tower or a frick ton of pumps. Well, I'm gonna have to pump them all the way up. Yes, so it's gonna be a ton of pumps. 100%. Oops. I don't know if I like this. Maybe if I add some lighting on it, I'll like it. Drawing Chaos used a water tower and his fuel power plant to get all the water up. Saves a ton of pumps and power. I may have to check that out. Alright, well that's not centered. That doesn't help. Is off. Or maybe it's not off. Bases are different. That's what it was. It wasn't off. If it looks better there. That's kind of cool. Gives a little side glow to the... I don't know how much that's going to be visible, but let's see. Where's the darkest of the dark? About there. Yeah, you can definitely see that. Didn't want to go all the way up there. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I can kind of just ignore back here, right? I don't necessarily need... Here's the problem. Let's do this. Watch. Let me show you. Okay, we're just going to say this is temp, iron... Oops. Iron ingot. Blueprint. It's plain Jane. Let me throw 2 of these down and let me show you the... what keeps going in my head on how this is going to look. I almost need it to look good from the backside also. Trying to pick up that power pole. All right, this is also going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be right there. Because I'm have a distribution blueprint across the front. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, a couple of things. One, like I said, I'm going to have distribution here. Oop, where are you going? Let's just color this black just so we know that it's different. Yeah, I'm going to do fix it in the future. Yeah, fix it, Sam, all that stuff is going to be in its own facility. Is what I'm wanting to do right now. Okay. So the plan is, say I've got a, I've got my distribution belt blueprint here, right? And it'll distribute to there. It'll kind of like run to here. This one will be same thing, right? These will be identical. I'll plop these down, and then I'll just simply curve. I'm gonna connect these. Technically, and even the pipes, is pronounced fixite. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So these are going to go outside of the buildings, like that. Now the thought process was back of these buildings. I don't know if they're going to be visible or not yet. That's the problem. So it's almost like I need to decorate these just in case they are. I don't know though. So do I mimic that? Do I mimic this look on the backside? Oh, okay, perfect. Fix site. I'm a long way away from those, so I've got time to practice saying it. You see what I'm saying here? Like, I don't know. Is resource wise, is it worth trying to decorate the backsides? There or centered? Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you. Surplus. So, all right, this light is right up against the machine. This one's just off. Which one? I mean, they both have the same amount of reflection, really. So we can go off. I need to turn daylight back on. I like the black, but the black at night is brutal. I was at the wrong height. I know I'm not doing this in the blueprint maker. I'm just trying to. Just trying to come up with a plan. Probably needs to be matte. Well, those I can leave those shiny because I'm gonna have a light on top. Yeah, I gotta switch over. Yeah, YouTube's been having massive delays. I don't know what to do with that. I mean, it's a YouTube thing, so there's nothing I can do, but. Don't mind your username. I couldn't pronounce it anyway, so we're all good. All right, so let's add the back in. Fill that in. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything in the middle. Okay, so we'll add the lights there. Add the lights on the back. So I know I've got the belt coming through here. I could probably just... do something like that and then just delete. Delete those two. Ooh, you still kind of see it. Okay, what about any lighting down the front? How am I feeling about that? That is super blue, but I like it. All right, well, let's build this in the actual blueprint so we don't waste our time. Okay, so I added one on the back. Alright, so we're gonna do the center. Alright, that gives it a nice little glow. I don't think I need to add like any lighting on the front side here. We're gonna have lights coming down, so I'm not worried about that. It's not enough sun. Midday. Where's the top? Don't need to be all the way at the top. It can be right there. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that was the plan. I've already got a copper color. I used the copper cover for the water over there. The actual lighting that I want to use for the copper. The interesting part would be like when I get to Caterium, right? It's more of a yellow. No delay. So I'm pushing 1080p to YouTube, and I'm only doing 720 to Twitch. So that may have something to do with it. I don't know if you can tell any quality difference. Ooh, I don't want to go down, I want to go back. Yeah, so I streamed one night at 1080p for both, and I was just having issues. I don't know if it was my internet that night or whatever, so I backed it down to 720 for Twitch. I figure most people watch Twitch on their phones anyway. I don't know. I mean, you may watch it on your computer. And I don't think there's a huge difference on 720 versus 1080 on a phone. But, you know, I'm definitely not an expert on that. You're on PC, yeah. So I mean, you would definitely see it. All right. What else did we say we were gonna do? I was gonna do some front lighting on these pillars, but I don't know if I want the actual. That's gonna do the same thing. What could we do on the front of these guys? I feel like they need something. Other question is, do I want to fill in the side over here? Can I fill the side in over here? Well, that technically can be out of the blueprint. That's interesting. That actually may work. Hold on. Let me check something. Where did I put that? Like right there? Run it up. So what I've got to do... I could have kept that there. So I've got to run these back like this. Ooh, not quite. I mean, if I went over a little bit. I could make that work. Yeah, like right there. Because I'm gonna have... that. Right, and then these are gonna be the intersections. Let's just use... exit walls for shits and giggles right now. Right, like this is gonna be like this. And I'm gonna have to... There. Make them a little further out than I would. was thinking... Where the hell are those? Here they are. So if I end up doing this, depending on the design for the side, having that pillar there actually works pretty good. But I do want to have these walkways connect over. Something like that. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to, oh, we don't want to do that. Put it on default. It may work, right? It actually works pretty good. And I can build in some sort of gap in the wall. All right, so yeah, let's throw this on here, but it's got to be further over. Oops. I think like one notch over. Right there. Just barely hanging over. Should be able to do the same thing over here. Right there. A little tight. No, I want the sign. A little tight in here for lighting, but I think we get it. Come on. Don't want to grab down there. That's super tight, huh? Oh, there it is. Oh, oh, stop. Okay, all right. Guess I got to do the same thing on the back. No, I don't want the refinery. Alright, so I'm not gonna be able to fill this in because that's not gonna work. That's fine. I don't think I necessarily need that. I mean, I could do that number. Actually, I kind of like that more than this. Definitely using a lot of materials. Let's check the let's check it. See where we're at now. Concrete 433 is not bad. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I mean that's not horrendous. Let's save it. Trying to get this in the same spot. Same spot? Yes, it is. This one's gonna be a little tighter. Okay. Still think I need some sort of something on the front of these columns. I just can't figure out what it is. A contrasting color? More blue? What about just a beam running right down the middle? It's not bad. Well, that one can't go all the way down because of the column there for the belt. No, I don't know if I like that. What does it need? What does it need? Small steel pillar. Right down the middle? That was a combination of bad finger pushes. Like this. Yeah, I don't like that either. It does need something, right? Am I overthinking it? Am I overcooking it? Let's put the ceiling light in. I actually have to do it this way. I need a 4. attach it to... Let's make sure we're centered. Well, it doesn't have to be centered, it just needs to be centered over where I want the light, right? Which is about there. And about there. Two per blueprint. Oh, I'm going all the way to the top. I'm just setting a spot for me to... Here, I'll show you. I just wanted something down close so I could make sure I was centered. And I'm just gonna go right there. Yeah, because if I was going to try to eyeball it all the way up here, it would have been no good. Those can go away. We can make these... Oop. Iron blue 1. Iron blue 1. Iron blue 1. 3 glossy? Maybe too much. I don't know. Will that get enough light down on top? Ooh. Don't know. Definitely puts a glow down. Here, let's do this. Let's delete these. So all the other shenanigans that I had here. Boom, boom. Technically those can just stay. Make sure this is saved. Looks more like a window. Yeah, but will it be enough with walls all around? Right, exactly. That's what I wanted to test here real quick. I want to stack 2 of these and just see where we're at. This is basically what we're going to do. 12.5 stories tall. Or do, you know, or this is the time to decide, do I bring these down closer, right? You like them like that? Yeah, so my only concern is height. I mean, not really concerned. I want big, tall buildings, right? But if I'm doing, like I said, what did we come up with? I need 200 refineries, doing 4 per blueprint. If I'm doing 4 per floor, yeah, it's 12.5 stories up. That's only 2. It's gonna be tall. Definitely gonna be tall. But I think if I brought these down more, I don't know, it didn't be too close to these stacks, right? Because right now, what am I? I'm only 8 meters from the basically the top of these stacks. I mean, maybe I could bring it down. Maybe I can bring it down 2, or like one wall. Here, let me get a. All right, I'm gonna throw my fly on. I mean, the good thing is once we get this figured out, you know, for the ones that use this recipe, I just have to swap them out, right? So once I get this done, I'm done with pure crystal quartz, wet concrete, pure copper ingots, and caterium ingots. I'm done with 5 of the 8 things that I'm building in here. I think maybe more. I'm probably using sloppy alumina and stuff. I'll just have to change colors. Oh yeah, and steel. But I'm making those in the foundries. I'm using a foundry blueprint for those, so no water needed or anything like that. All right, let me ponder on this height. Get back here. I'm gonna go grab some coffee, take a restroom break, and I want to think. I don't know if I want to lower that or if I'm gonna run with that. So give me a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. I think I like this height. I want tall, so we're gonna stick with it. Let me take fly off. Okay, what else do we need here? What else do we need here? I still want something on the front. I just don't know what it is. It's too much. That's too much. Man, I'm at a mental block on what I want to do here. I mean, what if we just went right down the middle? That's better. But I don't know if I want it. Do I want those contrasting or just straight up everything's blue? Maybe a bit darker for the ones that I just put in. Bum, 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 bum. You know, we could do cancel. We could back down the Back down the emission strength. Still the same color, right? Let's do this front side and see how it looks. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, fingers. No, don't copy that one. Yeah, it's not, doesn't pop as much. But it's something there. You know, it almost could delete the ones below the walkway. I don't know if you're ever even going to see those. Save me on some resources. Yeah, you may. Well, but I'm also going to have a distribution blueprint in front of here. So I don't know if it's going to be set at the same height as this. That didn't work out like I wanted. Let me go up further. Same height. Ah, look at this one is in front of the other ones. How did I not notice that before? Isn't it? Yes. Well, I think I caught that now. There. No, I don't want that one. I want that one. All right. Mm-hmm. These I could leave going all the way down. All right, let me save this. We're gonna leave it. It's temporary for now. Let's build the distribution line. This is probably gonna be a little bit more tricky than I'm probably giving it credit for. Okay, do we want it white? I think we want it black. I still got to run power for this too, so I have not run any of the cables. Patterns. Okay, Mark 3 belts. Yeah, I've got Mark 3 belts on the input and output. Here's gonna be the other conundrum. What did I say these were? 35 times 4, so it's 140 times 4. So we have 560 going in. What am I gonna have coming out? I may be over my 780. That may be a problem. That is a problem. Shit. I didn't even think about that. And I don't have Mark 6 belts. Well, that changes things drastically. I'm basically gonna have to have two outbound belts instead of one. So I can fit 3 of these blueprints on one belt. Yeah, I've got Mark 1 pipes. These only take 20 each, right? So you can have Mark 1 all the way into these. The distribution will have to be Mark 2. All right, so I've got a problem. Basically, the last distribution blueprint will have to have 2 belts. It technically won't have to have 2 belts. Yeah, it will. This is what I'm thinking. Let me just start throwing it together. So we need a smart splitter. Dead centered. This can be any overflow. Okay, we're coming in with 35 times 4 times 4. We're coming in with 560. So it needs to be Mark 5. It needs to go out with Mark 5. just for simplicity's sake. And what did we say was coming in? I've got it right here. Mark 3. Yeah, no joke, right? Okay. Now the water. These will have to be marked 2. Okay, now we need a merger. That way. It's not the right height, is it? It is not the right height. That is the right height. So do I have my pipe too high? No, because I set it off of that. The stand, so I think that's good. Oh, actually I needed those. Come on. There you go. Yeah, make a donut. Make a donut. Oh. Hope if I put those in the right spot, right? Alright, so this would be this is the standard distribution collection blueprint, right? I've used this multiple times on other things. And now that I'm looking at this, I kind of want this to be higher. That means I need to raise this up. Okay, well, we're gonna redo it. I don't necessarily want it to be that high though. So I would be in a, yeah, it's gonna be into that walkway now. So the other option is to lower, if I lowered the pipe. Then that's gonna clip. Well, shit. All sorts of problems. It looks weird, but is it weird? I don't know. Temp, iron, ingot. Actually, it's not even iron ingot, it's just ingot. No, it actually is specific to refinery. Let's throw one in and see how it looks on a bigger scale. Come on. Auto connect. I mean, I'm not mad about that. Look, it'll even auto connect. Yeah, let's just run them all the way around. Can't tell if that's in the right spot or not. Yeah. So this is what I'm going for. So that's why I kind of wanted to leave this one open, because I'm gonna have to have the materials coming in, right? Got water, iron ore. And then I was thinking about building a blueprint here. This like the main hub distribution, right? It's gonna bring the water down from the top. It's gonna bring the iron ore up from the bottom. And it may end up needing to be almost probably two foundations deep, I would imagine. To fit everything in. Right, because just for the iron facility, I've got seven pipes of water coming in. And how much material am I having coming in? This is I had 200 blueprints times 35. I got 7,000 iron ore coming in, which is 9 belts. So I got 9 belts going in, coming up through here. Got 7 pipes coming down. I mean, all 7 won't be at the bottom floor, right? But at the top floor. And then I've got whatever's coming out. 65 times 200. It's 13,000 iron ingots. 17 belts. I mean, just for the stuff coming out, I'm gonna need 4.5. Instead of stacking them, I would personally do 3 rows. 1 for fluids, 1 for input, etc. 3 rows. You're talking on the distribution blueprint? So do like 1, 1, and 1. Not bad, but I'm concerned on how to get them into here. Like, this would be a no-brainer, but if I'm running... Right. So, but say I run... Let me think. Say I run this one, right? I'll run it along here. That's an easy transition into here. But if I put this pipe where this is, I'm at the same plane. I'm gonna have to jump up to come over here. That should be at 1. Fix that. Yeah, I mean, I plan on using vertical conveyors through here. I'm just not sure how I'd do it if I had them going all the way across. More spacing in between them. Just random thought. Yeah, something doesn't feel right, but it also doesn't feel wrong. If that even makes a sense. All right, this is what I need to do. I'm gonna turn nighttime back on so we can kind of see what the colors look like. And I've got a dog here staring at me wanting breakfast. So let me take a quick break. Get him settled so he'll leave me alone. And let me think about this. And if y'all have any decent ideas, I mean, I like doing them horizontally, surplus. I'm just kind of worried about the transition into the blueprint. So let's actually put my bee right back up this time, and then I will be right back. All right. Let's solve the other problem of the distribution. I think vertical's better. I think so too. I need to figure out what we're going to do with this last one, because basically this is the end of the line. I can't just play with this one. Right, so this is already a full build by the time it gets to here. Storage, I'm just gonna sink everything right now. I'm gonna just have an ass load of sinks. Just all this is gonna be pumping into sinks. And I'm gonna need a lot of them. I mean, hell, just for this. So we have 50 blueprints. And I can only get 4 blueprints per sink. Three blueprints per sink. That's 16 sinks. I mean, I'm gonna need probably 20 sinks just for this iron ingots. All right, so really, this needs to be something like this. Oh, that doesn't need to be a splitter. It needs to be a merger. I'm not using all the nodes, but I'm using a ton of them. So it needs to be, this last blueprint needs to be something like this, but I don't, that's not going to connect, right? But see, now that's going to cause a problem for... No, it won't, because I can... Yeah, this last one's just going to be an issue. This last one is just going to be an issue. I mean, I could do this... That technically connects. And then I can rerun this. Like that. Where did I lose power? What the hell? Over here. I mean, that looks funny, but it works. Offset the merger to like over here. Could do that. Actually, that needs to be turned around. There we go. Oh, you mean bring it down this way? could do that. But I'm not upset about this either, to be honest. As long as it works. Well, yeah, it blocks the catwalk, but I think what I want to do, what I can do is this. You know, I'm gonna have to build its own blueprint for this last distribute. See, that's too much. I mean, that's the right height, but it's coming out too far because I want the catwalk running across the middle of this. So I'd have to recess this back. It's almost like I have to build a separate blueprint of this guy with this recessed back some. So it'd have to be right there. Which doesn't... And then I can drop it down. Next question. Are all these the same? See, copper's going to be different. So this is strictly for... The only issue I'm going to run into this is going to be iron, concrete, and... What's 52.5 times 4 times 4? 840. Yeah, so... Quartz crystal... Quartz crystal, concrete, and ingots, I'm going to run into this problem. Silica's using a different setup. All right. I think I'm just gonna have to build. What am I gonna have to do? I think I have to do a separate blueprint so I can push this back, and a separate blueprint for distribution. Just call them like last in the row or whatever. Bum, 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 bum. You know what? I got a little eager here, and we need to figure out how we're going to connect the power on these suckers. Let's do that now. I think I'm just going to hide them in these pillars. So there's no way you're going to see them inside those. Okay, and then I like to connect in the walkways. How do we want to do that? Bum, 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 bum. I got no room to work here. Doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, you don't want to cooperate. I see. I guess it's on the backside, doesn't really matter, right? But if I put it there, you're gonna see the wire. Here you are gonna see the wire. No, we're not gonna do that. Alright, so what if we do this? Maybe it wants to do it when there's no wire connected. Yes, it does. That's weird. Should be able to connect that. That. Can't see the wire. Now how do we connect these without making too much visible? Come on. How do we like that? How do we like that? Barely can see it. Okay, all right, so I think I'm happy with this. Let's save it. This is going to be Iron Factory or Ingot Factory, IF. Iron Ingot Blueprint 1 through 3, because if we're going to make a fourth one that's different. Blueprint for iron ingots at the Ingot Factory. First 3 blueprints per floor. All right, let's stick it here, but I need to make an ingot factory category. Let's do we're gonna do iron. We're gonna do our blue color. Save. Let's get in here. Let's edit. Let's add a category. Ingot complex. And we'll keep it factory. What do we want? I wish they gave you more options with this. I really did. I really do, not did. Let's just pick a guy. Alright, and we're gonna move you here. Oh, need to add a subcategory. Iron ingots. Edit. Now we can move it. Alright, now what did we need to do for... We needed to bump this back one. A tick. It's literally just one notch. That needs to be redone. This needs to be redone. I think that's all we needed to do. Nope, I want to keep that. I want the not a plural. Okay. All right, so if we're going to keep this, which I think we are, I like this. We need to put the... Let me put this in. Come on, pick a spot. I need to make sure that it's the right height, though. Is it the same height? Yes. I think it was 2 wall heights. Yeah, we're good. All right, now we need to pick a spot. Tie these suckers in, which is right here in the middle. That's too far. It needs to be right on the edge, right there. Ooh, that's a problem. If I did this, it'll overlap, but I don't know if I can put the, I can't put this in. Crud. How do we do this? How do we do this? It's just gonna stick out. Maybe we just have to add it in manually, right? The only other option is to push this over some. Don't really want to do that. Iron Factory. Iron ingot distribution. 1, 1 through 3. Is that how I labeled them last time? Distribution blueprint for iron. It's first 3 blueprints per 4. Oh. We're not done. Power. Mm. Okay, let's try this again. Missing resource. What the hell am I missing? I'm not missing anything. That's gonna push that out. So we're gonna have to do that number. We're gonna have to nudge them. It's fine. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Then I can fill these in. Yeah. Okay. All right, I know I can connect these up. What was it, 18 degrees? This may be a little bit more difficult. It should be the same. This may just be a, let's do it like this number. Not super happy with that. Just don't think we can, Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. All right, we'll have to work that out. Because we know we can do this one. I didn't think about how close these were going to be. All right, so this one should be getting... Let's turn the sun back on. All right, let's build this other one. Was it right there? Excuse me. Welcome back. Okay, that's the right height. I wonder if I can put this in this blueprint. Can't. Hot damn. It's not what I wanted to do. I did iron ingot distribution 1, 2, 3. So this would be 1. This would just be 4. All right, let's see how this works. Four. Last. Save. So we may have to this is gonna be this one. This white, it's so hard to see. Okay, there's this one, and then we do the 4th, this one. Oops. Oh, I missed it. I need to go back another one. Hey, look at that. It actually connects up right there. Holy. No way. How lucky did I get with that? There's no way. Huh. And I didn't even know it would do that. I thought you had to have a piece sticking out for it to auto connect, but apparently it auto connects straight to the merger. I wonder if it does it for the everything. I mean, regardless, I missed this. I think I need to redo this. If I'm happy with this. I don't know if I'm happy with this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is what I want. Like, do I bring it back down? Can't bring it back down on this side, because I'll be in this belt. I could bring it down on this side. All right, let's go back over here. How could we do that without making it look horrendous? Okay, first of all, that needs to be chrome. We need to freaking push this back one more time. One full push. Get one full. Let's make sure. I don't want to do it 3 times. Yep, it's 1 full push. Oh, crap. You know what? I didn't have a reference point. There. Now I have a reference point. It's kind of weird that one catwalk is higher than the others. Yeah, I know. I'm still screwing with that, and there's no ads on Twitch. I know, because I don't have any. I only have like 1 follower. I need like 4 for them to be able to. It's you? Yeah, so you're the one. I need 3 more. I think that's what it is. I haven't looked in a minute. I haven't done much on Twitch, to be honest. Every time I stream on Twitch, all I get is those effing people that just want to solicit solicit their design skills, right? I'm like, I don't want that. All right, so let's see if we can't lower this one. See if we can take it back down, right? That's awkward. That is a bit awkward. Cannot put anything there. People are just going to fall through. think. Go... Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Come on. Come on, grab... No, grab that one. I don't want to grab that one. Mm. Yeah, that's a little less awkward. Wish there was a way to do diagonal short pieces, but I'm gonna live with that. All right, let's try this. See how this looks. Let's see if we have a winner. We need to delete this. Delete this. Okay, distribution 4. There. Blueprint 4. There. Yeah, that's not as bad. Obviously, we'll have to fill in all of this stuff kind of as we go. Power, right? Easy connections for power. Although I hosed myself on this during the missed one during the power plant build. This one will be more obvious though if I miss one. That's all the power connected. So theoretically, yellow lights. Red lights. Oh, I didn't check if they all had yellow lights. That would help. Oh, because I got to go from this one to this one. Oh, crap. Yep. I forgot about that. Okay. Easy fix. All right, what do we say we do? How long have I been going? Almost 3 hours. I wanted to just stop at 3 hours. So, let's do like two levels. Let's just knock 2 levels out real quick. Just see what we're working with. Okay, now we need the 4th one. Distribution 4. Oh, there. Okay, now we need blueprint 1 through 3. What are we doing? There we go. Okay, now we need blueprint 4. Other side. Okay, power. And those are on. Power. Those are on. Power. On. On. God damn. Should go fairly quick. Now, the problem here is going to be, is this going to put this where I want it? So I'm going to have to shift these over. And I don't want that connecting. It's fine. I can delete that. I wonder if this will just go on top of this. No, because I'd have to nudge the hell out of it. it wants to connect there instead of there. That sucks. I mean, it's an easy fix on the fly. All right, so that doesn't want to connect. The distribution one, which I wasn't expecting those to connect anyway, so I'm not super pissed about that. This one right here. No, 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 no. That's what happened on over there on the power plant. All right, now imagine this 10 more stories. I mean, I guess we could get perspective, right? I could just run. I got 5 minutes. My own deadline. We're gonna have to turn. Oh, what am I out of? Quartz crystal and iron plate. Kind of figured that was going to be the case. All those lights I use. Yeah, this is going to be massive. Absolutely massive. Which I love it. I haven't done something skinny and vertical, I don't think, ever in this game. Everything's been square and boxy. Yeah, I do agree. I think Windows is the strategy I need to go for. So that's 3 floors, and I'm going 12 and a half on this one, so 13 floors. This is gonna be like the central corridor, is my thought process. This would be empty. I want this to be empty. I don't think I'm gonna do anything in this, to be honest. I want it to be like a courtyard, you know? So all you're gonna see is the buildings. You come in here, I don't know how I'm gonna get here yet, but the thought process was this is just wide open. Kind of like a central plaza for a building or whatever, and then you got your offshoots. But this is kind of a still in consideration. I need to just take as much as this. I don't need rotors anymore. I don't think I need reinforced plate. What did one of these things take anyway? 40 motors, 85, 120, 180. So really it's really just the iron plate, quartz crystal, and copper sheets, concrete a little bit, but I've got plenty of that. All right, that's roughly how much material I'm going to need. There may be an elevator in the middle. I don't know yet. Cable. Yeah, I just need a lot of material. I need to probably start having some of this stuff fill back in to the dimensional depot, because I got plenty of storage of it. Rotors. AI limiters. I may be short on AI limiters. I need to make more AI limiters. Big time. Wire. The hell is wire? There she is. Reinforced plates. This is the reason I got the inventory boost. Extra spaces. Aluminum sheets I'm gonna have to buy. I'm not even making those motors. Steel pipe. Paste industrial. I'm just trying to fill up with a bunch of this stuff now. Iron rods. Yeah, anyway, that's going to take a lot. Alright, we'll see you later, surplus. Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the day. So I appreciate everybody hanging out, and we'll see you next time.